quite as intelligent as the other coach here, so I have notes. You know, Kat came to us in January of 2014, and I received an email from Kat's high school distance coach out there in Washington, and he had provided his phone number and wanted me to call him. And so I knew right away that I was getting a special athlete, because that's pretty rare for a high school coach to reach out to another coach, say, hey, you're getting this great transfer. Had a nice conversation with him, and every single point he had about Kat regarding her work ethic and the type of student she is, the type of character, all came to fruition. I knew it right away. I knew right away when I met her. I had a conversation immediately thereafter with my assistant coaches. I know Coach Hill remembers the phone call. I said, hey coach, guess what? We're getting a gift from Washington. And absolutely, she's been an absolute gift to our program, to us, and this school. Josh and Claudia, I want to thank you. Wonderful parental influence, relentlessly positive at home. And I really want to thank you for letting me do my job. They really do let me do my job. It really is a teamwork for all athletes, but especially for Kat. Teachers, parents, coaches, all working together to help her. And at the end of the day, you know, Kat does the hard work. Obviously, Kat does all the hard work. Her dedication led her to competing at the varsity level since she was a freshman. As a matter of fact, she kind of looked at me. Kat's very coachable. First of all, I'll let you know that she's very coachable. But she looked at me and basically refused to start off at the cross-off level. I'm like, all right, let's run some varsity. So she's doing 4 years of all varsity cross and track. Most coachable athlete I've ever had. She's been an MVP several times, athlete of the week for the, for Folsom Telegraph. Her PRs at this point and track: 5:07 in a mile, 11:20 in the 2 mile, 10:26 in the 3,000, 2:25 in the 800 meters. And these are all PRs that were accomplished her junior year. A PR is a personal record. So the progression has been fantastic. She's gotten faster and faster every year. She's also been a state competitor twice in cross country and made masters all of her seasons in track and field. One thing about Kat, and the coaches always like to talk about this, was her sophomore year in cross country. She had a PR of like 20 minutes. Well, this year she accomplished 18:50 at the Stanford. But there was a fantastic runner in the section. Her name is Fiona O'Keefe. Super fast. And Kat's just a sophomore. She's a newer runner. And we're at the section finals. And Kat came to me and told me, you know, in order to even have a shot at going to state, which was her dream, which she did accomplish the following year, she said, I need to run really fast. I'm going to chase that girl, Fiona, and I'm going to stay with her as long as I can. And I was like, well, logically, that's not the best strategy. But I'm going like, you got to turn your athlete loose sometimes and take a risk. She wanted to take a risk. I supported it, and she did. She stayed with Fiona for half the race. And I remember coming off the mile, Fiona from Davis is looking, who is this girl next to me? And keeps looking, and finally, about the 1.5 mile mark, Kat did fall back. And it was almost like a relief, I think, for Fiona, saying, oh, thank God she's not with me. Kat ended up PRing anyway. She ended up PRing by a few seconds anyway, even though she went out as hard as she could. For her, watching her race, I like to use, for me, and for coaches, and if you know anything about distance running, I like to use the motivational speaker analogy. I'm sure people have have heard a motivational speaker. You come out feeling like really good about yourself, just kind of about the world in general. Well, for her, when I watch her race, it's literally inspirational. She inspires me. I know she inspires my coaching staff and her teammates. Just to watch her run and then fall to her knees at the finish line, it's just something to see. For her, and I know all these scholarship athletes here at this table, their mind is stronger than their body. And when your mind is stronger than your body, you apply that to the rest of your life, you're going to accomplish great things. Kat's criteria for college selection, it was very mature. I really like what she did. She chose the college. She's getting a scholarship, but she chose the college that she loved, that she really wanted to be there with all her heart. So very mature of her. And just a few little stats here. Only 5% of female high school students or high school athletes move on in high school track and field cross country. Only 5%. All these kids here are elites that should be proud of themselves. 6% of boys. And I want to thank Kat for all the hard work that she's done. Every day, one thing about her is she thanks me after every practice. Sometimes I've seen her walk halfway out to her car, and she stops, and she'll turn around and give me the high five and say thank you. So I'm going to take this opportunity to thank her for reminding me every day what coaching is all about. We're going to miss her, and we're going to come watch you compete, Kat. God bless you, and best of luck.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get, my recorder won't turn off. It's the only one where it didn't turn off. Okay, it's just gonna record me saying this. We have now a volleyball athlete, and so we have, they happen to have co-head coaches, and Michaela is actually a former alumni athlete of ours, and now has been coaching. She coached JV for a while, now varsity for a while also, and her name is Michaela Harvey. Thank you.